Hello, welcome to us Lizzy show. We're here this evening to discuss the topic crime, reasons why people commit crime. Lizzy show is right now on Ben TV 182 every Tuesday 6 to 7 p.m. Please join us as usual. Lizzy show is here to make education count. The person presenting today is Dr. Ms. Elizabeth Achinewhu-Nworgu, Director of Focus Learning Support. Please listen to us and make use of today's discussions as usual. As I said to you, when you come to Lizzy show, there is something to learn. If you want to join us, please do so. I have some guests here this evening to speak about youth crime. We're looking at youth crime in different angles, and you can join us next week because all this week we're discussing youth crime. If you watch the television, you see that this topic is going on. The other day I was watching Trevor Madonna's his show on crime. He visited the prison, and for me, I felt that there are people in this world who are wondering about, doing things that matters, and there are others who get into trouble. Sometimes it's not even their fault, maybe because of one problem or the other. What can the society do? What can we do to help people that are victims of crime? And how can we talk them out of it? Bearing in mind that some don't do it because they want to do it, and also some do it because that's what they want to do. So here on my left are my guests for this evening. Welcome to the show. This is Lizzy show, as you know. I want to really, hear you out. And I want you to be interactive. I want you to tell me what you feel, should be the crime. And if I start, with the introduction of your name, whom you are, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Welcome, viewers. My name is Theophilus Kalada Apiafi. I am currently an MSc student in the University of East London. Thank you.
Thank you. And the next guest?
I'm Maria Lola Edun. I'm a chocolatier and entrepreneur. I run my own company called LaSignorina Chocolates.
Thank you. And the next person, please.
Hello everybody, my name is Queen and I'm basically a motivational speaker and a success coach.
Thank you. I understand you're also involved in UK Dazzling Beauty.
Yes, I'm involved in UK Dazzling Beauty as the director of the competition, and I'm also highly involved in academic conferences, so I do a lot of speaking at events and do a lot of youth work.
Thank you. And you said you're a chocolater. What does that mean?
I make chocolates basically for all sorts of occasions, so it could be weddings or birthdays and any sort of event really.
Well done. And you're making some this Valentine?
Yes.
Valentine is coming soon.
Yes, it's coming very soon, so yes.
Well done. And you said you're studying with the university you're doing your MSc now?
Yeah, MSc in Information Security and Computer Forensics.
Oh, that's interesting. So crime discussion is relevant to you, especially with the forensic
aspect of it.
Yes, aspect of it and the security.
Exactly.
Well done, viewers. Here is Elizabeth back again speaking to you. Yes, today I want to talk about crime. As I said, I'm going to start with the definition of crime. What does crime mean? In fact, and I want you to chip in whatever you think, give me your opinion, your views about what you think crime is all about. What does the word crime mean to you? If I start with you, Apiafi.
I think crime is a word that is very common. Everyone knows what crime is. But from my own perspective, I would like to define crime as a societal ill. It can take any form, or it does usually take any form when it is being carried out, but in general it is something that is very, very inconveniencing when it happens. So it's actually a societal ill.
Okay, well done. And
yeah, I would say that crime, I mean, he did define it very well. I would say that it's probably an act that's committed to cause harm or upset to another person, and so it's not really something that's accepted, to be honest. So
well done. And Queen Chioma.
Hello everybody. Well, my perception on crime, like the wonderful guests have said already, I definitely think it's antisocial behaviour, so a behaviour that's definitely not accepted in society. The behaviour is actually illegal, so it's something that, like Lola said, Maria Lola, she mentioned that it's unacceptable. So it's definitely not lawful to commit crime. It can include things like, you know, theft, murder, and I mean, people may say that something like adultery is not acceptable, but that doesn't mean it's a criminal. So we have to also bear in mind that some things are different in terms of whether it's criminal or whether it's just something that we don't accept or tolerate in society.
Well done. From your definition, you're saying that crime is any form of harm, yes, rendered to anyone or something anyone can do that is not acceptable in the society can be seen as crime. And so in that situation, you said crime could be harmful, yeah? It's something that is harmful if you go out of your way to harm somebody. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
That can be seen as a crime. And you are saying that crime also is in the context to which, you know, people see it, how people view it. You use the word adultery. Some people can see that as a crime, especially in certain societies, yeah? But also, when I say crime, I'm actually also interested in, you know, crime as who commits crime, yeah? Who commits crime? Queen Chioma?
Well, basically, I think that obviously anybody can commit a crime. Sometimes the crime is known, so it's recorded, it's actually documented, and that's how we know about it. Or sometimes criminal activity can be done in secret and we might not know about it. So just because somebody is in prison doesn't mean that they're the only ones committing crime. And I think it's mainly youths, though, that commit crime. According to statistics, I think it's meant to be more of males that commit crime, but there's no proof for me personally to believe that that's true, but that's what they say in society.
Well done. And Lola, what do you think?
I think crime can be committed by anyone, to be honest, from a young age to however old you are. It can be male or female. And mostly people that commit crime are people who are misguided in a way. It could be anything. It could be desperation that leads you to commit such things, or just envy, you know, having envy for someone. You want something that they have, and so that causes you to steal and break into people's homes without realizing like the cause and effect of what you're doing.
Well done. And Kalada, what's your opinion about that?
Like I said earlier, crime comes in diverse ways, different forms. So I would not necessarily categorize crime to a particular youth group, group of people, say young or old, because if you talk about crime, things like corruption, embezzlement, is also a crime, and this type of crime is particularly committed by, you know, the elderly people, because they are more in government, so people that their age kind of falls between 40 and above. So if you look at that, it depends on the society to judge the level at which a particular kind of crime is committed or not. So everybody commits crime.
Well done. So you're saying that crime is, you know, it's actually there for everyone. Anyone can commit crime. Using government as an example, especially when government instructs people to go and fight. To me, I feel bad about it myself when, you know, they say, oh, there's war somewhere here, all right? When they're saying, oh, do not kill anybody, and all of a sudden there is war, and you command people to actually go and fight, even though it's perceived as a war to defend and secure, you know, or even, you know, actually defend people of their right. Crime, as you said, can be committed by anybody. It could be government, it could be students, it could be young people. As you said before, that crime is always attributed to young people. I personally too, I don't think so. What is your opinion about crime being attributed to young people? Just tell me, what do you think? Is that true?
I don't think it's true at all. Obviously, people in leadership are actually, it's easier for them to commit crime because they're in a position of power.
Okay.
So it's very easy for them to get away with committing crime and doing things undercover where people, you know, are not aware of what's actually going on. So there's a lot of responsibility in leadership positions of power that are misused and abused. Obviously, the youth are targeted because they don't have much power when they're in such a vulnerable position to commit those acts, and they're not able to cover their tracks as well as people in the leadership.
Yes.
I think I understand, or I can go with the perspective that Queen Chioma was attributed crime to youths. I think I buy to her perspective, or I tend to understand what she was trying to say, because I think she tried to relate crime to violence, stealing, and these are things that are done mainly by youths. If you look at the society, you see, you know, people committing violent crimes, murder and all that. These are crimes that are mostly reported or are mostly being picked by the media. Immediately they happen. Corruption takes time. Corruption is a crime, fine. It's a crime that's not mostly committed by youths. It's committed by the elderly, you know, the age group that's from the 40 above. But crimes like murder, you know, and stealing and all that happens almost every now and then, and immediately happens, the media just picks it up immediately. So
but isn't that in relation to what Lola is saying? Because she was saying that crime is actually committed by everybody, even people in power, but because they are there, you know, they are in power, so the scandal, the publication is minimal compared to a crime committed by a youth who has no power and can be easily exposed. Absolutely. And then be punished. And Queen Chioma, what do you think?
It just depends on what the word criminal is, because if it's for example, there's some offences that are not necessarily criminal, even though they're bad and we don't think that they're lawful, but it may be seen as a civil matter. You know, for example, if you went to get your pictures done and then you got ripped off and they didn't give you your pictures, for example, that's not seen as a criminal offence. It's seen as a civil offence. So it's something that you have to work through a lawyer to be able to rectify the situation. So I think it's down to perspective. We have like a conception that, you know, a criminal activity is something like corruption and so on and so forth. But unless there's that physical proof, like you said, with proof, unless there's evidence to prove that that person has committed that crime, or that civil, unlawful act or whatever it is, and they're prosecuted through the law, through the courts and everything, then that can be, you know, substantially seen as, you know, crime, and something that's like maybe an act that could make them lose their job, lose their reputation, and obviously have to maybe go to prison, depending on what it is. But I actually think that the youth issue is not necessarily my perspective. It's not what I think. It's what is, like you said, documented. It's what I see on TV, and it's basically based on statistics rather than it being my own personal opinion. Because
okay, yes, thank you for, you know, your opinion about the youth crime. Again, I see it. You see, I use the word knife. You can list it since I've been talking. It's like youth crime, and this is actually what is perceived in the society, that when there's a crime of any kind, it has to have something to do with the youths.
I think